right? As I have said, in the chase we are maintaining these components to form an automobile, and after this the body will be constructed. Okay, so the body is a separate part of the automobile. So this forms the entire carrying unit. Okay, the chassis forms the entire carrying unit in which all the components of automobiles are mounted. All the automobile components are mounted. Then a body will be constructed, right? So you may now see an ad like Ultras ad. Have you seen gold standard safety? Have you seen? Tata has been advertising. Tata has been advertising about Ultras, gold standard safety, gold standard futures, like that. They are using design 2.0. So they are calling it as an alpha platform architecture. So alpha, ALFA, which means agile, lean, flexible. Sorry, I forgot. Okay, alpha, agile, lean, flexible. Right? They are using that kind of architecture. You try to. Sorry, I will try to show a video. Right? What is my alpha? Just a 1 minute video. I'll share you now. Okay. Okay, here you can see the Ultras, Tata new Ultras with an alpha architecture. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Agile, light, flexible, and advanced, right? Alpha, agile, flexible, light, and advanced. Can you see the video? Okay, I am playing it again once. So see, based on this architecture, they can transform this scalable to various ratios. Okay, they are using the same platform, same architecture, but multiple body styles. Here you can see it can be adapted to multiple body styles. They are saying, so you are designing one particular system and you can adapt to multiple. It can be scalable to which varying ratio. So it can potentially able to adapt to multiple body styles, whether it is a hatchback, whether it is a sedan, whether it is a multi-utility vehicle, whatever maybe it can able to adapt. So they are using a single platform. So capable of handling hybrid as well as electrification. So in the same platform, we can also go for hybrid vehicles. Some partially, have you heard about hybrid electric vehicles? So it will be consisting of both engine and electric motor, which will be running by battery. So both engine and both engine and electric motor, which will be running by a battery. So we calling it as a hybrid vehicle. Or else it can be completely converted into electric vehicle, right? We'll be having a flat floor here actually. So it supports multiple powertrain. Either you can use for an electric powertrain or else in the engine, right? Okay. Okay, right. We'll go to the next slide. Okay. Okay, here the diagram or 2D diagram, 2D view of entire chase, what we have seen, right? This will be having an frame member, horizontal member, and then side members, longitudinal members. The most important thing you can see is the chassis frame will be narrowed down at the front, whereas widen at the rear, right? So here it will be narrowed down. Okay. Here, whereas it will be widened. So this widened form is to support the various amount of load or load carrying capacity, it has been widened, and this narrow has been for the able to control the vehicle, right, for making an effective turn. So they have narrowed down the frame. So this is the front view of the side view of the chassis, and then this will be the top view of the chassis, right? Here the components have been mounted. Okay. So this is the frame, right? Horizontal members and then cross members. This is the diagram of frame. So as I already said, the frame will be having various cross sections for standing. So actually, so what is the function of frame? Can anyone say? What is the function of frame? Why it is used? Frame. I have said it will be of tubular cross section. It will be of box section. So what is the function of frame actually?
To withstand the load.
Okay, very good. To withstand load. Okay, the main function is to withstand load. Okay, right. Then
To give a
to hold
basic
engine.
Sir, base to form other constructions.
okay, it acts as a base to form the other construction. Okay, right. You will be fitting the entire components, right? So all other components in the frame, right? Okay, then.
Sir, the chassis itself is formed through frames only.
Okay, chassis itself formed through frames, right? Then. Okay, we'll be seeing next. We'll be seeing what is the function of frame and why it is used. Okay, I have already said the box tube frame. And some other cross sections of frames are used wherever the function is necessary. Okay, so the following are the main components of chassis, right? Frame. It is made up of two members. We call it as a side members, and then with the help of cross members, we call it as side members or horizontal members, sorry, vertical members, and then cross members or horizontal members. And then engine or power plant, it provides the source of power, clutch, gearbox, universal. What you have seen in the diagram, right? So these are all the components in frame, engine, power plant, clutch, gearbox, universal design. These are all the components which is going to be mounted on the chassis. Okay. First, we'll be seeing about the frame. So here comes the frame is the main part of chassis on which remaining part of chassis are mounted. Okay. So the primary unit of chassis, we calling it as a frame. Never ever confuse with chassis and frame, right? So chassis is the entire carrying unit. Frame is the part of chassis. Never confused with the chassis and frame. I have seen so many students will confuse with chassis and frame. If they ask frame means they will think of chassis, right? Frame is the main part of chassis on which the remaining parts of chassis are mounted, right? So remaining part of chassis are mounted on this frame. So frame becomes a main part. So it should be extremely rigid and strong so that here comes the function. It can withstand shocks, twist, stress, vibration. So the main function of frame is to withstand shocks, right? And then twisting force will happen during the travel, right? And then stresses and then vibration to which it is subjected while vehicle is moving on road. When it is stationary, this will not be coming into a role play, right? When it is moving, these all shocks, twist, stress, vibration will come into role. So this should be able to hold by the frame. So it is also called as underbody, right? So over which the body is constructed for the automobile. So it is also called as underbody. The frame is supported on the wheels and tire assemblies. So it is supported on wheel and tire assembly. It is narrow in the front for providing short turning radius to the front wheels. As I said already earlier, it is narrow in the front for providing short turning radius of the front wheels. It widens out the rear side to provide large space in the body. So this is the construction of frame. Why it is narrowed down in the front is to provide short turning radius. Why it is widened in the rear to provide large space in the body. So the main function of frame is to withstand shocks, twists, stresses, and vibration, right? Okay. So here we have different types of frames, right? So as I have said, the cross section varies, right? The channel section, tubular section, boss section, eye section. So section of the frame varies. We are also having three types of frames actually. The first one is conventional frame, second one is integral frame, and third one is semi-integral frame. So what is conventional frame? As you are seeing, it has two long side members and 5 to 6 cross members joined together. Two long side members, we calling it as a longitudinal member, longitudinal frame, and 5 to 6 cross members, horizontal members joined together with the help of rivets and bolts. So it will be riveted and bolted wherever it is necessary. So these frame sections are usually which type of section is coming under? Channel section, tubular section, box section. Okay, right? So each section has a specific function, right? If you are using channel section, it provides good resistance to bending. Okay, whenever the bending happens, it provides a good resistance if you are using channel section. So if you are using tubular section of frame, it provides good resistance to torsion, twisting, right? So whenever you are using tubular section, it provides a good resistance to torsion or twisting force. Whenever you are using channel section, it provides good resistance to bending or bending force. If you use box section, it provides both good resistance to both bending force and twisting force, right? So these are all the conventional frame type. So it will be having a 2 long side members and 5 to 6 cross members, right? So if it is an integral frame, we calling it as an, otherwise calling it as an unitized frame. So if it is so, all the function of frame carried out by the body itself. We calling it as an, all the function of frame is carried out by the body itself. Due to elimination of long frame, it is cheaper, and due to less weight and most economical also. So in nowadays, most of the cars, they are using integral frame, unitized frame. So there is no frame and all assembly units are attached to the body. So here, as we said already discussed, the body itself acts as a frame. Okay. So all the functions of carried out by the body itself. We have seen in the superstructure, as we have said already, right? Superstructure. So here the no frame presses and the entire body acts as a frame, which carries the entire components, and due to which less weight and most economical also. Only disadvantage is repairing is difficult. So the maintenance of integral frame is very difficult. Once it gets damaged, we need to change or we need to repair. It's a very difficult one and very costly one. Okay. Whereas in semi-integral frame, the half frame is fixed in front end, and the other on which in the front end on which engine, gearbox and front suspension is mounted. It has the advantage when the vehicle is met with an accident, you can change that half frame only. The front frame can be taken easily to replace and damage the chassis frame, right? So some kind of vehicles will be having semi-integral frame, in which only half frame is fixed, and the half frame will be carrying the entire unit. Whenever mishap, whenever things happen, so whenever it is met with an accident, it can be easily replaced. It can be easily repaired by the damage, right? So these are all the 3 types of frames: conventional frame, integral and semi-integral, right? So what is the function? As we have already discussed, to carry load of passenger or goods carried in the body. So whatever may be, it may be an car, it may be an transport, it may be an auto, it may be an commercial vehicle, it may be a van, truck, whatever may be, to carry load of passengers or goods in the body. So whatever in the body, okay, it should carry the load. To support the load of the body, engine, gearbox, etc. So it should support the load of the body. So if you are having a car, 5 passengers traveling, means it should support the merely 300 to 400 kg of weight. Okay, engine, gearbox, etc. Other than that weight, it has to support. So if you are taking a truck, they are having a load of about 20 tons, 30 tons. So it has to support the weight of the body. To withstand the forces caused due to sudden braking or acceleration. So the main function of chassis frame is to withstand the forces. So whenever the body, the automobile is in rest, and when it starts to move, sudden braking and sudden acceleration causes the inertia force to happen. So this inertia force has to be withstand by the chassis frame, right? So when you are having a load of about 40 ton in a truck, so when you are moving or suddenly braking, when you are suddenly stopping the vehicle using braking, so there comes the play of inertia force. That force has to be withstand by the chassis frame. To withstand stresses caused due to the bad road condition. Say if you are having a pit, or if you are having a bumper, or if you are having a speed breaker, anything in the road, bad road condition, that has to be withstand by the chassis frame, right? So whenever you are getting the vehicle into the pit, so only one wheel or one side of the vehicle will be get into action. So at that time it has to withstand that stress. To withstand centrifugal force while cornering, this can be, you can see, whenever you take a turn with a certain amount of speed, at that speed it has to withstand the centrifugal force, because whenever you are making a turn, the centrifugal force will be acting, it will be moving the object out towards the center, right? Whenever you're taking a right turn, the objects will be moved to the entire left, it will be move away from the center. Centrifugal force causes the object to move away from the center, so that centrifugal force has to be withstand by the chassis frame. So these are, yes, so these are all.
வாங்க சாப்பிடலாம்
Deepak, Deepak, Deepak,
Sir, maybe last time
okay, done. Okay, this function, these are all the main function of chassis frame, right? So you no need to memorize it, or you no need to by heart it. Just you need to imagine it should carry load, it should carry stress caused due to bad road condition. It should carry, it should withstand centrifugal force whenever while cornering. Okay, it should force caused due to sudden braking or accident. These are all the function of the frame. So what kind of loads will be acting on the frame? As we have said, while cornering we'll be having a centrifugal force. So here you can see some kind of loads which are acting on the frame. So short duration load while crossing a broken patch. As I have said, whenever you are moving the vehicle into the pit or bump, okay, or speed breaker, there will be a short duration load. It will be recovered immediately, right? At a particular fraction of second, the load will be acting on the frame. So this short duration load has to be withstand by the frame. So while crossing a broken patch, pit or speed breaker. Then momentary duration load. So this momentary duration load is while taking a curve. While taking a curve, it should withstand the momentary duration load. And then impact load. So the frame has to withstand mainly the impact load whenever and anything mishappens, right? Whenever it met with an accident with another vehicle, collide with another vehicle, or collide with another object like a barricade, okay, some tree. So during that collision, the impact load will be acting on the frame. Okay, it should withstand, right? It should not get failure. So that impact load due to collision of the vehicle, this load will be acting on the frame. Inertia load, as I have said, whenever you are starting the vehicle with the 50 tons, it will be very difficult to move that vehicle with 50 ton loads. So during the time, inertia load will come into play, and whenever you are trying to stop that vehicle with the 50 ton load, when it is moving at a 50 kilometer speed, you are trying to stop that vehicle. So that time the inertia load will be applying, right? So while applying brakes and while at the starting, inertia load will be applying. Static load. The static load is due to chassis support, the other components present in the automobile, right? This will be a static load which will be always acting on the frame. It should be withstand on the frame. So you are saying the curb weight of the automobile, right? Say some 800 kg, 900 kg. That weight will be a static one. Okay, whenever you are carrying a passengers or not, it will be has to withstand the static load. Okay, whenever the vehicle moving or not, whatever may be, it has to withstand the static load. Then overload, you can see in some of the commercial vehicles. So it will be designed to actually carry some 1.5 ton, 2 ton. Say for example, take an Tata Ace or some Ashok Leyland, those like that. So it will be function to carry amount maximum of 3 ton load. Okay, but they will be trying to overload with it some more 0.5 ton or 1 ton. Maybe after 3 ton, they will be load with some 3.5 or 4 ton. So that overload beyond design capacity, that load also will be acting on the frame, right? So short duration load, momentary duration load, impact load, inertia load, static load, and overload. These are all the various loads that will be acting on the frame, right? So these loads has to be withstand by the frame. Okay, only when these load is extended to some point, when it takes to the maximum, the frame failures. Other than that, the frame will not be failure. This load will be happening every time in the vehicle, it will be withstand by the frame. Only when it happens, say for example, the frame is designed such a way they can carry beyond the design capacity also. You can see they will be carrying 4 ton. For every moment they can carry, but at some point when they are carrying more than 4 ton, say for example 4.5, 5 ton, the failure of the frame or chase will happen, right? Okay. Next one, we are going to body. So the automobile bodies are divided into 2 groups actually. One is passenger and another is commercial. That's all. It is classified into 2 groups. One is to carry the passenger, another one is to carry the goods. So passenger body, and then second one is commercial body. So according to the chassis design, the body can be further divided into conventional type, integral type, semi-integral type, right? So according to other usage, the bodies can be further classified into light vehicle bodies, heavy vehicle bodies, medium vehicle bodies. So the entire automobile body is coming into 2 groups, right? One is to carry passenger and another one is to carry good. So passenger body, commercial body. According to chassis design, it is classified into conventional type, integral type, semi-integral type. According to other usage, so again, this passenger body classified into light vehicle bodies, heavy vehicle bodies. Okay, this passenger body comes under buses, heavy vehicle body, commercial body, lorries. Okay, medium vehicle bodies, vans, matadors, right? This also classified again passenger body, commercial body. So according to other usage, they are classified into light vehicle, heavy vehicle, and then medium vehicle body. So what are all the various requirements of body? So how the body should function? Okay, right? The body should be light in weight, right? Okay, it should be light. It should not carry more amount of weight so that you can drastically reduce the economy in that vehicles. Okay, the body should be light. It should have minimum number of components. It should not have more number of components to make it complicated, right? It should have minimum number of components. It should provide sufficient space for passengers and luggage. So if you are if you are considering a passenger body, it should provide sufficient space for passengers and luggage, right? The body should be constructed in such a way it should provide sufficient space for passengers and luggage. It should withstand vibrations while in motion. The body also should be able to withstand vibrations while in motion. It should offer minimum resistance to air. Here comes the body. The function of the body is to offer minimum resistance. There comes the aerodynamic design of the body, right? Why you are designing car or automobile or vehicle in such a way? Because this body should provide minimum resistance to air. If it not providing minimum resistance, then the aerodynamic drag will cause the lower efficiency or lower what to say, it will drop down the mileage of the automobile, and it provides much resistance while driving the vehicle. Okay, so minimum resistance to air should be offered by the body, design of body, right? It should be cheap, right? It should be cheap and easy in manufacturing. The body should be cheap and easy in manufacturing. It should be attractive in shape and color. It should have uniformly distributed load. It should have long fatigue life. Fatigue life means, you have already studied in strength of materials. Fatigue means which is caused due to cyclic load. Okay, right? So long fatigue life, more amount of time due to cyclic load, it will be causing fatigue. Okay, so long fatigue life it should have. It should provide good vision and ventilation, right? So the body should be designed in such a way ventilation and vision should be provided in a proper way. So these are all the very requirements. It should be light,